It's a tiny little, beautiful little car. I'm not sure I want to get hit by one of your Silverados, okay? Or one of your Cadillacs, but you'll make them as safe as possible, right? You put a little cocoon around them. See, I would have been a wonderful automobile designer. But you have the right to do it, and they sell, inexpensively. They're actually beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to be using one. I'm not sure if Secret Service would love me driving around in one, but there's a tremendous market for it, I think.
That was President Donald Trump Monday urging U.S. car manufacturers to build smaller vehicles as he worked to defend in front of a crowd his economic and foreign policies. Welcome back to the States. I'm Greg Bishop. With the midterm elections now 98 days away, the president touting his record on tax, trade, and border policies before that cheering crowd in the swing state of Michigan. Now, in his speech at General Motors' Milford Proving Ground, Trump said the country is winning like never before, casting controversial policies that Democrats have hammered him on, such as tariffs and the U.S.-Iran conflict, in a positive light. He credited his trade agenda with reviving American manufacturing by applying tariffs on goods manufactured in other countries.
My policy is simple. If you make your truck or your car in a foreign country, you have to pay for the privilege of sending it into our market and making a lot of money. But if you build in a factory in Michigan or someplace in our country and make your automobiles or trucks right here in America, you pay zero taxes, zero tariff. You pay zero tariff. There are no tariffs.
Now, the president didn't mention the lawsuit filed days earlier over his newest tariffs or the separate round of duties he imposed on Canada this month. Trump did say by having tariffs in place, he's encouraging more investment into making things here in the U.S.
In 4 long years of sleepy Joe Biden and his crazy administration, they're communists. They were communists. That was the beginning. He wasn't, because he had no idea what the hell was happening. They said, Joe, let's go communist. He said, what is that exactly? They got less than $1 trillion. So think of it. In 4 years, they had investment of less than $1 trillion. 4 years, less than $1 trillion. In 1 year, my administration secured commitments of more than $19.2 trillion from all over the globe. Think of that. 1 year, 19.2.
Now, congressional Democrats have bashed Trump's tariff policy, arguing it's worsened affordability, an issue they are focusing on in the midterms. The Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center puts the average tariff burden at about $920 per U.S. household in 2026. Trump supporters at that rally, however, think a short-term economic pinch is worth the promised gains. Chris Grabowski, a 62-year-old retired independent contractor from Michigan, told the Center Square's Therese Boudreau that the tariffs help prevent other countries from taking advantage of the U.S. He said that we've been abused and used because we're so gracious as a people and as a nation. That's the issue right there, and we can't do that anymore, he said. Now, the president touched on other issues that are top of mind for voters heading into the midterm elections, including the conflict in Iran. He says that the U.S. is winning.
People just don't see it. We have destroyed their Navy. We've destroyed their Air Force. We've destroyed their leadership. We've destroyed their anti-aircraft weaponry. Their drones are being made at a rate of about 7%. We destroyed most of their drone manufacturing capability, their missile manufacturing capability. And right now they're talking to us about making a deal. But if we didn't do it tough, there would be no talk. Now, you can't bribe them. You got to beat them, and we're beating the hell out of them. But we'll see how it turns out. Right now, they have very friendly negotiations going on. And by the way, how good is our Navy with a blockade? Now, one boat gets in.
Now, the president has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. Liz Juergens, a 54-year-old sales worker from the southeastern part of Michigan, told the Center Square they agree with the president that the war in Iran is necessary to stop nuclear power over in Iran. Further on, The tariffs and the war in Iran impacting consumer prices, and that's something that the Federal Reserve is going to be watching closely. Now, aboard Air Force One yesterday, the president was asked about what he wants the central bank to do this week.
Don't forget, I inherited these. I haven't been here very long. I inherited the worst inflation in history from Biden. But costs are going down rapidly. And as soon as the war is over, you're gonna see a big drop.
Are you worried that the Fed's going to hike rates to counter inflation?
Well, I have a board. And Kevin's fantastic, but he's got a board, and the board members are very political, I would say. So, we fight our way through the race because we're doing so well. But no, he's got a board. He wants to do the right thing. I know what he wants to do. But you need the consent of some people that have perhaps bad intentions. Rates should be lowered.